Hey Vols, my name is Maddie Stevens and I work in UT's Office of Communications and Marketing. Welcome to our Facebook Live event. Thank you all so much for your patience as we work through some technical difficulties today. We're navigating this new normal with you, so sometimes technology is not always our best friend, but we're here and we're ready to kick off today and talk about some issues focusing on questions from graduating seniors as they look ahead to life after UT. We know this time has been especially difficult for our seniors in navigating all of these changes, and we want to do everything we can to support them moving forward. So here to talk about some next steps and how to make your plans after graduation are some experts from UT. We have Stephanie Kitt and Mary Beth Woodward from our Center for Career Development here with us today, as well as Dwayne Wiles with our Office of Alumni Affairs to speak to our graduates just a little bit about what their units are doing and working on and how they can be of service to you as you move forward. So to start us off, let's just open up with Stephanie and Mary Beth, maybe talking a little bit about this job search. A lot of our seniors are getting ready to enter the workforce. What are some tips that you have for them starting to kick off looking for employment after graduation?
So even though things feel very different right now, there's still a lot of ways that students can be effectively job searching. So fortunately, the online environment still offers many opportunities. And despite news about the economy, there are still companies and organizations that are hiring. So the most important thing students can do is really stay in the game. We encourage all of our students to be active on our Handshake platform. Having a strong Handshake profile is probably the best starting point. Looking at job postings, we've been averaging over 700 new jobs posted a week. So students still need to be out there and engaging and working on networking and their LinkedIn profile. And Mary Beth, can you think of other key things?
Absolutely. I think those are the main things. Continuing to think about, is there a skills gap on your resume? Is there something you're missing? And is there a way that you can work on that now during the downtime through a platform like LinkedIn Learning, for example?
Awesome. So where are some of those key places that students can start that online search? You mentioned Handshake is one.
So I think that you want to start with Handshake, but use everything that's available to you. So there's other websites, that job search boards that we link to from the Career Center's page. We have something called Career Shift, which is a very powerful web crawler and goes and pulls job postings from organizations across the whole country and world. And you can actually search for UT alumni that work at those organizations to potentially make a connection. Following companies on social media. So if you have an interest in working for different organizations, make sure that you are following them in Handshake, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and that you're having a professional presence out there in social media.
Awesome. That's a really good reminder. I think we forget about our social media profiles sometimes, and those are another great way to reach out to people and make those connections. So it's not always just for fun. It can also help you professionally. So right now, what career fields are most needed? Who's hiring?
Well, you think about the people that are currently working. So you definitely think about your healthcare and your mental health, your essential workers. A lot of technology related fields, distribution and supply chain are still very much in the hiring mode. K-12 education, they're always going to need people. So those are a few of the areas. Stephanie, do you have any others?
Got it covered. I like it. So as far as other resources, we mentioned Handshake a couple of times, but maybe let's double back to that. What is Handshake exactly?
So Handshake is a platform that allows organizations to post jobs, part-time jobs, internships, full-time opportunities. And there are over 500,000 organizations that have a presence on Handshake. So they are pushing out job postings to universities daily, as well as hosting virtual events and advertising different events that they have available. All UT students have access to a free Handshake account. If they go to the career.utk.edu website, they can see information about Handshake from the front page and instructional videos and PDFs just to help them get started with their profile. Or they can have a virtual appointment with someone on our team if they have questions about how to best use Handshake.
What are some other resources or things that the Center for Career Development offers students to help with that and help with that search?
We have a lot of resources related to the tools that you would need to apply to jobs. So we have a resume writing guide, and you can have one-on-one appointments with your career consultants to really review your resume and your cover letter and your LinkedIn profile. We also have a tool called Big Interview. It's an online platform, and that platform will allow you to practice interviewing virtually. So you can have it set up questions by specific industry areas and you use that to practice. We have a video resource library that you can watch videos and kind of self-pace your learning. Topics on resume and interviewing, of course, but also salary negotiation. That's probably something that may be tougher in this economy, but it's definitely something that we encourage all students to do. And so those tips on salary negotiation are in those videos. We really have everything spanning the gamut, from even if a student still is a senior and doesn't really know what they want to do. We have resources like What Can I Do with This Major, where a student can still be exploring their opportunities and options. We also have graduate school resources online, so students can access tips on how to prepare for graduate school. No matter where they are, we have some tools for them on our website.
That's awesome. That's a really great point too. What about some of those students that might be graduating and aren't really sure what their next step is? Maybe they're not quite ready to immediately dive into that job search. Maybe they need to take a little breather after graduating. Are there some opportunities or resources there for them on the career development site?
I would suggest that a student make an appointment with one of our staff members and just look at options. Some people take gap years and find alternative opportunities while they figure out what they really want to do, or they might take a short-term project or something in what they call the gig economy. And we do have links to some sites that specifically publicize these micro internships or projects that could be done, could help a student gain experience and build their resume while they're still really trying to figure out what they want to do. And some students may decide this is a time to continue education, and there can still be graduate programs that are accepting students that could be a good fit, and the student could jump into one of those.
Awesome. That's great to know. So for alumni, are alumni able to utilize services from the career development?
So we will work with our alumni for 1 year beyond graduation. So I encourage all of the 2020 grads who are still searching and figuring out their plans to continue engaging with us over the course of the next year. But even beyond that, we have an alumni career services that is available for alumni. So it's at a little bit of a different location, but there are still resources that our UT alum can access for a lifetime.
Awesome. That's great. So even, you're about to be entering that alumni team and we still got your back all the way. So that's really good to hear. And again, one more example of how UT is trying to step up and help our graduates right now. For just as like a recap, what are maybe the top 3 things or tips of advice you give to a student for that's just about to graduate and starting to go on their job search?
So I would just say stay positive. There's some negative news out there, but stay positive, do what you can. There will be opportunities. I think that this is an unusual situation, but we hope that things are going to rebound because the economy and the job market was really strong before this hit. So we're hoping that we can get back to that quickly. So use the Career Center. We have so much to offer. We are a great starting point, and we'll help you map out your next steps and what you can do to maximize your opportunities.
And I would say that your first job may not be your dream job, but look for jobs that will build your skills. Look for jobs that could be a stepping stone to where you ultimately want to go. Things could be more difficult in this climate and economy. We're not really sure where everything is going at this point. But like Stephanie said, remain positive. The job search is a full-time job in itself. It takes a while and it takes a lot of time and dedication. So definitely stay positive and use the Career Center. We want to help you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. With that, we're going to transition a little bit and introduce Dwayne Wiles. He is with us with the Office of Alumni Affairs. And he can talk a little bit more about how our graduates can stay engaged with UT after graduation. So Dwayne, just to start off, you're in your third month at the university. What have you learned about the volunteer spirit and the Big Orange family during this time?
It's a great question. And right off the bat, I would say that it's all about working collaboratively. Everyone is willing to help one another. It's more than just a team. I would say it's about being a family. And one of the things that really struck me, even going through the interviewing process a couple of months ago, is how we put family first. And I would say in terms of the volunteer spirit also, that it's about leadership and service, involves help involves. And I've seen so many examples of that in my short period of time being here at the University of Tennessee.
Awesome. Thanks for that. So how is your office supporting current students and alumni right now? What are some things going on over at the alumni office?
Yeah, so we take very strong pride in helping our students because that's our future alumni, and we know that. And so right now we're encouraging all of our alumni to support the Student Emergency Relief Fund. And to date, we've raised more than $175,000 in support of our students that's dealing with this whole COVID-19 situation. We're hosting virtual events. As a matter of fact, this week, we hosted the iHeart UT Week, consisting of games for prizes and other engagement activities, and primarily utilizing Instagram and doing some things on Facebook and Twitter. Also, we're reaching out to the class of 2020. I put together a video earlier this week. We sent it out in the email to the class of 2020, just welcoming them to the UT alumni family and letting them know that, look, we're thinking about you, we care about you, and please leverage our organization to help you after life after graduation. And then lastly, we're posting messages. We're asking all of our alumni volunteer leaders to go social and post the message, just congratulating our class of 2020 and letting them know that we're there for them. Now, in terms of our alumni, we've been promoting alumni-owned businesses, especially those that are in the restaurant business. We want to make sure that they know that, look, we are here for you, and certainly want to put out a good word and hopefully ask all of our alumni to support these alumni-owned restaurants. We're providing virtual learning opportunities because, look, continuing learning and lifelong education is here, is not going anywhere, and we can provide additional resources after you graduate. So we've hosted webinars, Facebook Live events, featuring some of our alumni talking about a particular relevant topic. We've done some brazen career meetups, and we look to do more. And then lastly, we launched a virtual book club where we looked at 3 books written by UT alumni. And what they're going to do is get together online to talk about those 3 books. So those are some of the things that we've done for our students and also our alumni.
That's awesome. I've seen a couple of those Facebook Live events too. They've been really awesome. I think we had one on with the cartoonist that was really cool.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
so creative. I love it.
Yeah, teaching everyone how to draw Smokey.
Yeah, that's needed right now for sure.
Yes.
Anything to lift our spirits up a little bit. So after graduation, what are some ways some of our now soon to be graduates can stay involved with UT?
Yeah, 3 things I would say. First and foremost, we need all of you to update your contact information. You can do that on our website at alumni.utk.edu. And the main reason for that is we want to be able to still keep you connected to the university and provide you with alumni news via email. And so that's important. Second, we want to invite you to attend an event. Right now, we're not hosting any in-person events, but we're doing a lot of things virtually. And so certainly get connected and engage that way. And then lastly, follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our handle is at 10 TENN alum, ALUM.
Awesome. So what about these alumni chapters? Are there any annual membership dues to join an alumni association or a local alumni chapter?
No, look, we can care less if you give a penny or $1 million. We love you because you graduated from the University of Tennessee. There is no membership dues. Everyone is welcome to be a part and take part in what we offer out of the alumni office. So we are open and welcome to all of our graduates. The only thing that we ask that you do is 3 things: be proud, be involved, and be invested.
Awesome. Yes, we love that. So for our class of 2020, do you think, given the situation, do you think there's a greater opportunity for them to feel connected to UT? Is there a chance that maybe there's a silver lining here for them?
I think so. Look, the class of 2020 will always hold a special place here at UT. We celebrated our 225th year this year. This is the first class in the new decade, and the class that is graduating at the end of our Join the Journey campaign. So this class is truly special outside of this whole COVID-19 situation. And so I think that they will always hold a very special place. And it's a class that, certainly we want to continue to keep in touch with and celebrate for years and years to come.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So for all of our guests here today, is there any final thoughts that you have or anything on your topic that you'd like to share before we wrap up? Any last tips, advice, anything you got for the class of 2020?
I can start off. I mean, remember, you always have a big orange family here to support you along the way. You are Evolve for Life, and we are 250,000 strong and growing with each graduating class. Your degree and being Evolve carries a lot of weight, but it's up to you to make that work and put it to use. Use the network, and always remember, Vols help Vols.
That's great, Dwayne, and I agree. So I'll give you a little piece of practical advice. Look for the UT alumni on LinkedIn. Use the UT alumni pool or a tool to connect with UT alumni on LinkedIn. Reach out to them. Many of them want to help you in your career path.
And I'll just say congratulations. Don't forget what an amazing accomplishment it is to earn a degree. That is not the norm in our country. So you've done something that you should be very proud of and something that's very meaningful and that will open doors for you. And just tap into your resources and network to let us help you do that.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming on and giving some words of wisdom today. I'm going to share my screen real quickly and just pop up some resources for you guys, just so that if we didn't get to a question you had, or if you want to reach out later on, here's some contact information that you can use for the Center for Career Development and the Office of Alumni Affairs. As Dwayne said, follow alumni on social media at TENN alum, right? Yeah, I think that was the handle. Cool. And then same thing for Center for Career Development. They're also on social media, so keep track with them. They share great stuff constantly and tidbits and information, so definitely keep up with them. And I would be remiss if I didn't also plug the main UT Knoxville account. So we want to stay engaged with you all, tag us, share, all the good stuff. Also, for anyone interested in coronavirus updates, because I know that's the land that we live in right now, you can see the latest university updates on our website. It's at ut.edu/coronavirus, and we'll continually keep that up to date with all of the latest announcements and things from our university. But again, thank you all for joining us for this Facebook Live event. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment them and we'll get back to you. And we really appreciate you all and hope everyone is doing well. And as the rest of our guests have said, congratulations to the class of 2020. We look forward to seeing all the amazing things you guys do. Thanks and see ya. Go Vols.